Amy Duggar first gained widespread recognition as a member of the Duggar family, whose lives were chronicled in the reality television series 19 Kids and Counting. The show, which aired on TLC from 2008 to 2016, followed the conservative Christian family as they navigated life with their large household. As one of the eldest daughters, Amy played a significant role in the series, often helping care for her younger siblings and offering insights into daily family routines. Her presence on the show made her a familiar figure to millions of viewers who tuned in to watch the Duggars' unique lifestyle, centered around strong religious beliefs, homeschooling, and traditional values. Throughout the series, Amy was portrayed as a responsible and dutiful daughter, embodying many of the principles emphasized by her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar. She was frequently seen assisting in household chores, participating in family activities, and supporting her siblings. Like her sisters, she adhered to modest dress and maintained a reserved demeanor, reflecting the family's strict upbringing. However, as she grew older, fans of the show became increasingly interested in her personal journey, particularly regarding her future beyond the spotlight. While the show primarily focused on the family dynamic, it also provided glimpses into Amy's aspirations and evolving identity beyond being just one of the Duggar children. As the series progressed, viewers witnessed Amy transition into adulthood, sparking curiosity about how she would navigate life outside the confines of the show. Her eventual departure from the program marked the beginning of a new chapter, leading to a more private existence while still maintaining ties to her family's legacy. After stepping away from the public eye, Amy Duggar embraced a quieter, more private life, focusing on her growing family and personal growth. In 2014, she married Josh Sewer, a former college student and auto mechanic whom she met through mutual friends. Their relationship developed away from the cameras, allowing them to build a foundation rooted in shared values and mutual respect. Unlike the highly structured environment of her upbringing, Amy's marriage offered her the opportunity to make independent decisions about her future. Together, she and Josh have welcomed 4 children, 3 sons, and a daughter whom they are raising with a blend of traditional values and modern parenting approaches. While Amy continues to maintain close ties with her extended family, she has intentionally carved out a life that prioritizes privacy over public exposure. Unlike some of her siblings who remained in the media spotlight, Amy has chosen not to pursue television appearances or social media platforms that might bring renewed attention. Instead, she focuses on creating a stable and nurturing home environment for her children. Though she occasionally shares moments from her life through occasional updates via her sister Jill's blog or other family channels, these glimpses remain limited, reinforcing her commitment to a low-profile existence. Despite stepping back from the limelight, Amy's connection to her family remains strong. She frequently visits her parents and siblings, ensuring that her children grow up surrounded by the same extended family support system she experienced in her youth. However, she has also taken steps to establish her own identity beyond the Duggar name, balancing tradition with personal autonomy. This careful navigation between past influences and present choices reflects her ongoing journey towards self-discovery and fulfillment. Raising 4 children under the age of 10 has been both a rewarding and challenging experience for Amy Duggar. While she draws upon the lessons instilled in her during her upbringing, she has also adapted her parenting style to suit her own vision for her family. One of the most significant adjustments she has had to make is finding a balance between her responsibilities as a mother and her desire for personal time. Unlike the highly structured environment she grew up in, where childcare was a collective effort among siblings, Amy now manages much of the day-to-day parenting alongside her husband, Josh. This shift has required her to develop new strategies for organization and time management, ensuring that each child receives individual attention while also maintaining a sense of order within the household. One of the biggest challenges Amy faces is navigating parenthood without the constant support of an extended family network. Although she remains close with her parents and siblings, she and Josh live independently, making them solely responsible for their children's upbringing. This independence has led to moments of doubt, especially when dealing with difficult behavioral phases or health concerns. However, rather than relying solely on the methods she was raised with, Amy has sought advice from pediatricians, parenting books, and trusted friends to develop a more flexible approach tailored to her children's needs. She has also become more open to seeking help when necessary, recognizing that asking for guidance does not diminish her abilities as a parent. Despite the challenges, Amy finds immense joy in watching her children grow and develop their own personalities. She cherishes the small moments, whether it's bedtime stories, spontaneous dance parties, or weekend outings that create lasting memories. Through trial and error, she continues to refine her parenting style, striving to provide a loving and supportive environment while also learning and growing alongside her children. Faith continues to play a central role in Amy Duggar's life, shaping her approach to parenting, relationships, and personal growth. Raised in a deeply religious household, she was taught the importance of prayer, scripture, and living according to biblical principles. Even as she navigates the complexities of modern parenthood, she remains committed to instilling those same values in her children. Regular church attendance, family devotions, and prayer before meals are all part of their daily routine, reinforcing the spiritual foundation she was raised with. However, unlike the rigid structure of her childhood, Amy has found ways to incorporate flexibility into her family's faith practices, allowing for discussions and questions rather than strict adherence to rules. Beyond religious observance, Amy emphasizes core values such as honesty, kindness, and responsibility, encouraging her children to be considerate of others and take accountability for their actions. She also places great importance on hard work and self-discipline, traits she learned growing up in a large family where everyone had assigned chores and responsibilities. These lessons continue to influence her parenting style, as she encourages her children to contribute to household tasks and develop a strong work ethic. At the same time, she recognizes the need for balance, ensuring that her children have room to explore their interests and express their individuality. Through both intentional teachings and personal example, Amy strives to raise her children with a deep sense of faith and moral integrity while allowing them the freedom to grow into their own identities. Despite stepping away from the public spotlight, Amy Duggar maintains a strong bond with her immediate and extended family. She regularly visits her parents, Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar, at their Arkansas home, where the family often gathers for holidays, birthdays, and special occasions. These reunions allow her children to spend time with their cousins and grandparents, reinforcing the tight-knit connections that have always been a cornerstone of the Duggar household. In addition to in-person visits, Amy stays in touch with her siblings through phone calls, texts, and occasional social media interactions, ensuring that distance does not weaken their relationships. Her closest relationships tend to be with her younger sisters, particularly Jill and Jessa, who have also started families of their own. The three often share parenting experiences and offer each other advice, creating a sense of solidarity as they navigate similar life stages. While Amy has chosen a more private existence compared to some of her siblings who remain in the public eye, she remains a supportive presence in their lives, attending weddings, baby showers, and other milestone events whenever possible. Despite the differences in their lifestyles, the shared experiences of their upbringing continue to serve as a strong foundation for their enduring familial bonds. As Amy Duggar continues to nurture her growing family, she has also begun to explore opportunities for personal fulfillment beyond motherhood. While her primary focus remains on raising her children, she has expressed interest in creative pursuits that align with her passions and skills. One area she has considered is writing, as she enjoys sharing insights into her life and parenting experiences. Though she has not pursued a formal book deal or regular blogging, She occasionally contributes thoughts through her sister Jill's online platforms, hinting at a potential future in storytelling or inspirational content creation. Additionally, Amy has shown an interest in homemaking and lifestyle ventures, drawing from her expertise in managing a busy household. Whether through crafting, organizing, or meal planning, she has hinted at the possibility of developing resources that could assist other mothers in balancing family life. While she remains cautious about stepping too far into the public sphere, she has acknowledged the value of connecting with others who may find encouragement in her journey. For over a decade, the Duggar family was known to millions through their reality television show, 19 Kids and Counting, which chronicled the lives of Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and their 19 children. However, in recent years, the family has faced intense scrutiny following allegations surrounding one of their eldest sons, Josh Duggar, who was arrested and later convicted on child pornography charges. This scandal not only shattered the family's public image, but also led to significant legal and personal consequences for Jim Bob and Michelle. Reports surfaced indicating that concerns about the couple's parenting abilities had been raised by multiple sources, including former family associates and legal experts. As a result, authorities became involved, leading to a custody battle that culminated in Jim Bob and Michelle losing legal guardianship of at least one of their adult children. The loss of custody marked an unprecedented turn in the Duggars' life, as they had long been seen as staunch advocates of traditional family values. While some of their children are now adults and live independently, several younger ones were still under parental control when the controversy erupted. The situation took a dramatic turn when it was revealed that at least one of the Duggars' adult children was placed under the care of new guardians, a decision made by legal authorities due to concerns about the parents' ability to provide adequate support. This development sent shockwaves through both their fan base and the broader public, raising questions about what exactly transpired behind closed doors within the once revered family. In the 2 years since being placed under new guardianship, the individual referred to here as the child, due to ongoing sensitivities around their case, has reportedly experienced a significant transformation. According to statements from their new guardians and select reports from individuals familiar with the situation, this transition has allowed them to gain a level of independence and stability that was previously absent. Unlike the highly structured and restrictive environment of the Duggar household, the new living arrangement has enabled them to explore personal interests, develop healthier relationships, and access professional support tailored to their needs. Sources close to the situation indicate that the child is now attending therapy regularly, engaging in educational or vocational programs, and forming meaningful connections outside of their immediate family. These developments have contributed to noticeable improvements in their emotional well-being and overall outlook on life. Their new guardians, described as supportive and attentive, have worked to ensure that the child's daily life is balanced with both structure and freedom. This includes opportunities for social interaction, recreational activities, and even part-time employment, all of which have played a role in fostering a sense of normalcy and self-sufficiency. Perhaps most importantly, those familiar with the case emphasize that the child appears more confident and emotionally stable than ever before. While challenges inevitably remain, particularly given the complexities of their past, there is a consensus among those involved that this new chapter has provided a foundation for long-term healing and growth. The decision to place the child under new guardianship was not made lightly, as legal authorities conducted extensive evaluations before intervening. Reports suggest that concerns regarding Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's parenting practices had been building for years, with multiple red flags raised by former family associates, legal experts, and even government agencies. Investigations into the family's home environment, financial management, and handling of past scandals, including Josh Duggar's criminal history, played a crucial role in shaping the court's final ruling. Additionally, Professionals involved in the case noted that certain aspects of the Duggars' lifestyle, such as strict control over their children's education, limited access to external resources, and reluctance to seek professional mental health support, contributed to the growing concerns. Beyond this specific case, the legal proceedings surrounding the Duggar family raise broader questions about parental rights, oversight, and accountability. While many families operate without external intervention, cases like this highlight how legal systems may step in when there is credible evidence of neglect or harm. The outcome serves as a reminder that even high-profile figures are subject to scrutiny when concerns about a child's well-being arise. Furthermore, it underscores the importance of transparency and responsible caregiving, especially in households where children's autonomy and access to essential resources may be restricted. As discussions around these issues continue, the Duggar family's experience remains a cautionary tale about the fine line between religious and familial convictions and the legal responsibilities tied to parenthood. The news of the child's improved well-being under new guardianship has sparked a wide range of reactions from the public, media, and former fans of the Duggar family. For many, the revelation served as confirmation of long-held concerns about the family's parenting methods and the potential impact on their children. Online forums, news comment sections, and social media platforms saw an outpouring of responses, with some expressing relief that the child was finally receiving the support they needed, while others lamented the loss of the family's once pristine image. Former viewers of 19 Kids and Counting reflected on the stark contrast between the carefully curated portrayal of the Duggars on television and the complex realities that have since come to light. Media coverage of the situation has largely focused on the broader implications of the case, particularly in relation to parental authority and child welfare. News outlets have revisited past controversies involving the family, including Josh Duggar's crimes and subsequent conviction, as well as earlier reports questioning the Duggars' financial dealings and homeschooling practices. Some commentators have drawn comparisons to other high-profile cases where legal intervention was necessary to protect vulnerable individuals from dysfunctional or controlling family environments. At the same time, conservative media voices have framed the story differently, emphasizing themes of privacy, religious freedom, and skepticism toward government overreach. This division in perspectives reflects deeper societal debates about the boundaries of parental rights and the extent to which authorities should intervene in family matters. In the wake of the custody loss, the Duggar family has remained relatively quiet in the public eye, though occasional updates from their remaining public-facing members offer glimpses into their response. Jim Bob and Michelle, who once maintained a strong presence in conservative Christian circles, have largely retreated from the spotlight, limiting their appearances to brief social media posts and occasional interviews with sympathetic outlets. In a rare statement addressing the situation, Michelle emphasized her commitment to faith and family, asserting that the Duggars continue to trust in God's plan despite the challenges they face. Jim Bob, for his part, has spoken about the importance of prayer and perseverance, framing the family's struggles as a test of their beliefs rather than an indictment of their parenting. Among their other children, reactions have varied. Some of the older siblings, particularly those who have established independent careers or started families of their own, have chosen to distance themselves from the ongoing legal and media scrutiny. Others, however, have continued to defend their parents publicly, maintaining that the family has been unfairly targeted. Jill Duggar, for example, has occasionally shared messages of support for her parents on social media, while Joy Anna Duggar Foreman, who has remained one of the more visible figures in the family, has expressed hope that time will allow for healing and reconciliation. Despite these efforts to maintain unity, the reality remains that the family dynamic has shifted significantly, with many of the children navigating their own paths away from the tightly controlled upbringing they once knew. As the child continues to adjust to life under new guardianship, questions remain about the long-term trajectory of their future. While the past 2 years have brought stability and progress, the road ahead is still unfolding, shaped by both personal growth and external circumstances. Those close to the case note that the child is gradually developing greater independence, yet they still rely on the support of their guardians to navigate important life decisions. Legal experts caution that, depending on the nature of the guardianship arrangement, the child may eventually have the opportunity to make their own choices about their living situation, career path, and relationships. However, any major shifts would likely depend on their continued emotional and psychological development. Meanwhile, the broader implications of this case extend beyond the individual child's experience. The Duggar family's situation has reignited conversations about parental authority, state intervention, and the rights of vulnerable individuals within tightly controlled households. Advocacy groups focusing on child welfare and religious communities have weighed in on the matter, highlighting the delicate balance between respecting family autonomy and ensuring protection from harm. As society continues to grapple with these complex issues,